Wow, boy, time flies. Time flies when you're printing money. I want to thank you guys for sticking around with me today. It's 11:30 already. 11:30 Eastern time means it's time to wrap up the day for our guests. We welcome all of our guests to be here from 8 a.m. until 11:30 a.m. Monday through Friday. It's been what a fantastic day it's been. We talked about this morning a specific trading strategy for a Monday. And that specific trading strategy for a Monday, once again, guys, if you're looking to get long here on crude oil, I am having to wait till I get above that 35. 35 is my 21 trigger. Then you're off of the race. It's going right back up to where we began. Unless, of course, we see this speed pick back up on the pace of tape indicator. So if we get above 35, we're looking to get long. Make a new lower low here with speed confirming. We're getting back in short. Okay, back to my review. Once again, thanks for being here. Just before we wrap up our day here, we're going to review all of our trades. We're going to answer all of your questions. We always spend time doing that every day before we wrap up at 11:30 Eastern time. We began this morning with a monster prep. The prep this morning, well, it basically is responsible for all 100 or so ticks that I earned. Here was a trade that we called live ahead of time today. This gap trade. Make sure you guys check that out on the blog. You can see I also updated it. We called this big short ahead of time. Big gap trade here. Called that short. Nice easy short there. That was the first trade. That was the most recent trade we called. There was the beginning of it. And you can see what happens after a few moments. The price just tumbled all the way down directly to the target we had given you. So just a fantastic way of finishing our morning. But forget about that, though. We had to begin here. What was the plan for crude oil today? Made a lot of money on crude. What was the plan? Look what we talked about today. And again, this is all posted this morning at 8 o'clock. As we move higher into resistance, we got to be aware that buying at the highs is always going to be a challenge. We're looking for the speed to slow down, the delta or the time in sales to turn to sellers, and we need momentum to be overbought. We got all three of those, and we're looking for entry short. My exact words were, I want to use a two-step pattern short or a wave pattern short. If I can get below 89.15, we're going after that previous high and previous low of day. We almost made it on crude all the way down to that previous high of day. Look what we did today on crude. Now you look at this in hindsight, and it looks like it's pretty darn obvious. It was pretty much that obvious when we began this morning. I'm still in that Russell trade short here, by the way. So this morning we find ourselves going right up into resistance. And when I find myself at resistance, we look for, as I said in the prep, two-step pattern short, and we sold it on down. Just a fantastic job today selling the highs of the range on crude. I did actually take this wave pattern long on the crude. It was a 21 wave. Didn't make any money off it. It came out at 10 o'clock, and the 10 o'clock news bounced me out. So we were correct in our assumption this morning that the better trades would be to sell short. We then got what appeared to be just a gift from the trading gods, which was we noticed there was a huge gap up. And with the lower highs and the lower lows, it made it so easy to anticipate this. We talked about exactly what we were looking for. We began the day by planning our trades on crude, and all we had to do was trade our plan. Just a fantastic job today trading crude oil futures. Now, the Russell wasn't a slouch either. The Russell was no slouch either. The Russell actually gave us what is known to be one of our favorite price structures, and that is an inside day, outside day failure. Now, hold on one second. You're cheating, Joe. Don't cheat. Anybody can use hindsight. Anybody can use hindsight. Let's go see what we planned on doing this morning at 8 a.m. Yeah, save the hindsight, Joe, for another guru's trade room. Let's use real-time information because that's all that matters. This morning at 8 a.m., we prepared together. We used a simple checklist to plan our trades. What does it say here? Right at the top, if price moves higher, we want to look for a fake out breakout above the wedge so we can sell short. Keep following me down here. we will sell below the previous high of day with a profit target of the previous low of day. Yeah, that's right. I'm not just typing this stuff up because it looks cool on my blog. This morning prep is equivalent to hooking your computer up to your printer and printing $100 bills, right? Just like the Fed, just like Bernanke. I'm kidding. I'm kidding. That was ding, ding, ding. There's that bad joke bell going off again. Anyways, $100 in the lunch fund. All right. So the Russell said, we want to sell below the previous high of day. Here you go. Previous high of day right there. Previous low of day right there. If you just came in this morning and read the morning prep and did exactly what the morning prep told you to do, if you did it on crude, you made money. Did it on euro, you made money. On gold, you made money. I traded crude. I traded Russell. Here's the Russell. Again, up at the previous high of day, back below the previous high of day. There's your two-step short. Winner number one. Price comes down, wave pattern short. That's the trade I'm in right now. So as price came down, we're still hunting for that previous low of day. So yeah, you're right. We weren't 100% correct on our morning prep, at least not yet. We haven't made it all the way down to that previous low of day yet. Remember, price breaks out of the previous highs, sell it down to the previous lows. And keep in mind, we have a special calculation for our previous highs and previous lows. Oh, and there I am getting bounced out of my Russell trade. So I'm now flat the market. That's my final trade of the morning here this morning. We also have, if you're following along at home, we also took a scanner trade today. This is a trade that showed up on our pattern scanner. The pattern scanner allows us to activate a trade module. And then the pattern scanner allows me to analyze my position size, place my stop, place my target, and then all I have to do is go in and press execute. It already knows my risk-reward ratios because they're predefined. There is no other software that I know of that wraps together geometric price points that also analyzes my risk, gives me proper position size, and with 1, 2, 3 clicks of the mouse, I'm in the trade short. Very, very easy way to earn income using the pattern scanner. The pattern scanner automates the entire decision-making process. As long as I know where I'm looking to trade, I can easily grab that trade with my pattern scanner. It really, really speeds the learning process up. Boy, I can keep talking about this all day long with you guys and gals. It's been a great day here in the room today. Notice, look at the speed of the tape on crude before we wrap things up. We were looking to get some increasing speed to qualify this lower low. Where did all the personality go? It's almost 11:45. They went to lunch. This now tells us we have a very high risk environment right now. The speed is slowing down. It's after 11:30. You don't need your stomach to start growling to tell you to go to lunch on this one, guys. Let's go to lunch here. I will leave a couple seconds left over here to answer more questions from all of our distinguished guests. I want to thank you guys for coming out and seeing us today. Wow, what a great day. What a great way to start the month of December. Mark my words, guys. This is the best time to be registering as a member and learning these tools. I'm telling you right now, you're going to be kicking yourself if you wait until January 1. This is the best time of the year because traders have no choice. Right now, major money managers, pension fund traders, large individual family houses, they are now forced to liquidate positions, enter into positions, basically to hit their numbers for the end of the year goes. All right, guys, let's finish up with some live Q&A, and then we're off to do members-only training.